That's correct, Judge.
And I've received an updated pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
Yeah, Judge.
Any additions or corrections to that report?
Nothing from the defense, Judge.
I would say other than Ms. Court has anything additional.
Okay.
I would like to hear talk.
Thank you, ma'am. Go ahead, Mr. Lewis.
Judge, this situation from talking with my client as well as members of his family is definitely one that his substance abuse issue is something that he definitely needs to address. He's willing to. He understands that that's, definitely been in his way as far as definitely trying to complete this probation successfully. I would also like to add to that after speaking with him and with some of his family members that I don't believe he was on any type of mental health or any type of conditions dealing with his probation. I know it's high needs. Mm-hmm. Because from talking with him, there's definitely some things he has gone through in his past that I think affect him and are triggers for him. And I believe that, if he's able to get that type of help, to help with that, I think that would definitely help with the substance abuse issue. I believe there are vehicles available through community supervision that can address that. He's more than willing to accept that help at this point, understands he needs it. I know it looks like the recommendation in the updated PSI from probation is for ISF. It's something that they would recommend. He's more than willing to comply with that and try to work with that as much as possible. If there is anything that's available that has some type of aftercare or anything, he's more than willing to do that as well. Especially, like I was saying, as far as, any treatment he can get, he's more than willing to comply with that and try to work with that as much as possible. If there is anything that's available that has some type of aftercare or anything, he's more than willing to do that as well. Especially, like I was saying, as far as, any treatment he can get as far as, that would definitely help with some of the traumatic things he's gone through in his past. I think that would definitely help with the substance abuse issue going forward for him, Judge.
Okay, and the recommendation isn't necessarily ISF. It's if I were to continue, right. But the recommendation sounds like they've exhausted all efforts that, anyway, Ms. Smolfino?
Judge, I certainly respect all the efforts that Ms. Court has put into this defendant, and I don't ever like to overstep what the recommendation of the probation department is with respect to trying to help a probationer, but my read of it is that it's probably time for revocation.
So this is where courtroom tension peaks. The defense is pleading for rehabilitation over punishment, framing Dill's struggles as trauma and addiction, not defiance. But the prosecution and probation office? They're done waiting. The phrase exhausted all efforts is judge speak for no more excuses. The room just got cold.
I certainly would defer to what you all...
Well, it sounds like that's the recommendation of probation as well, really. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I mean, sure, go ahead.
Please speak. I have made a lot of mistakes in my life. I really have. But I beg you, Your Honor, please give me another chance.
But you begged me when you were here before.
Yes, ma'am. And I got out, and the second day I was back on the streets. I did not have a plan for my life outside of just getting free. I met with the ASAP team, and they really gave me a lot of inspiration, a lot of hope so that I can change my life. Granted, Ms. Court has done an amazing job as my supervisor, and I apologize to her profusely, but I am not someone who wants to waste away in a jail cell.
Well, so here's the thing, Mr. Dill. When I looked back at your original pre-sentence report,
yes, ma'am.
There wasn't an agreement in that case. It was a cap. And the reason for that cap is because you already have felony criminal history.
Yes,
you've already had 2 felony probations that were both revoked.
Yes.
And then I gave you probation again because you stood there and did just what you're doing right now. You saying the words.
Please.
You need to stop because it's not going to get any better.
Yes,
okay?
Yes,
by what you can say, I appreciate that we're both revoked. And then I gave you probation again because you stood there and did just what you're doing right now. It's
every leniency given has been
saying
burned
the
through,
words.
every warning
Please.
ignored.
You need to
Just as the
stop
hammer
because
drops,
things
the
could.
courtroom reveals
It's not
even
going to get
darker
any
struggles
better.
waiting in the
Okay.
second half. Tea lasts
By what you
forever.
can say, I appreciate.
I was homeless. I have been homeless a lot of my life.
But that's what probation's for, is to help you. You have to go to probation. You can't keep using those things as an excuse.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of true to counts 1 through 6 freely and voluntarily.
Yes, ma'am.
Find those counts true. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time, find you guilty of burglary of a habitation. Going to sentence you to a term of 5 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. I'm going to hand you the trial court certification. I need you to sign that with Mr. Lewis. It shows that this was not an agreement, so you do have some limits against you. You're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term, and you should read that written admonishment I provide you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk to Mr. Lewis.
Yes, ma'am.
I understand this isn't what you want. Take advantage of it. And when you get out, take advantage of opportunities in the community because there are some that can help you.
Thank you.
All right? You can go back with
I want to say one last thing to you, Judge. I will change my life.
I hope so. For you.
For me.
Yeah, I hope so. I really, truly do. All right. Sign that document, please, sir. Good morning, sir. Are you Esker Boykin?
Yes, ma'am.
And will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
He will, Your Honor.
Mr. Boykin, in cause number 25 DCCR 0351, the state has elected to proceed on the lesser included offense of a Class A misdemeanor assault from March 5th of 2025. And how do you plead to that charge?
No contest.
Are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
I have here on the computer some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed those documents on the computer, did you go over them with Mr. Parker?
It's that paper computer we went over.
Yeah.
And do you understand what you signed with him?
Not all like clear set in my mind, but
Okay. Well, do you understand that if I follow this agreement that you've made, which is for a 2-year deferred probation, that you wouldn't be able to change your mind later?
yeah.
Okay. And you understand that the agreement that you've
What
reached.
is probation? It's
So-
the first time
It's flex.
criminalized as a criminal.
So,
Locked up as a criminal.
All right.
It's affected disorder.
right. I understand, Mr. Parker.
As I know, I was in jail and I blacked out. Then the next thing I know, I'm in the hospital.
Okay.
I go to spinal top now.
I understand. I need to make sure.
I've explained to him, Judge, that the required probation, he'd have to report once a month. He has some fines and fees that we go with that. There's no fine. There's just the court cost.
Probation is where you have a supervision officer that makes sure you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing. Community.
What?
Not get in trouble.
In trouble for what?
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reset the case, Mr. Boykin. I'm going to have a doctor come visit with you to make sure you understand everything that's going on before we go forward, okay? So when they come out to the jail or visit with you online, you need to make sure and visit with them, answer all their questions.
Sit in jail?
Yes, sir. I got to make sure.
Jesus Christ, no.
I got to make sure you understand everything
No,
that's going
my
on.
first time blacking out like that. I was in jail and I
Okay.
didn't get fed. I was naked
Okay.
and I blacked out.
We're going to go back with the
That's my
bailiff.
first time I was doing anything like this.
We're going to make sure you can go back with the bailiff. Go ahead.
Oh. Yeah. I do have.
I'm going to delete that paperwork.
I don't know. I mean, it's weird because you can talk to him and they'll be fine, and then he
I know.
does that, and then I'm like, look, he wants to go like, look, I explain.
I know, I'm sure. All right, are you Victoria Bailey?
Yes, ma'am.
And Ms. Bailey is in 25 DCCR 0170 charged with assault on a public servant, and in 25 DCCR 0278 charged with assault of hospital personnel. And Ms. Bailey was evaluated for competency to stand trial by Dr. Gapon. I received that report dated April 22nd of 2025. Dr. Gapon makes the finding in each of these cases that Ms. Bailey is currently not competent to stand trial and that inpatient treatment for competency restoration is warranted. Is there any other evidence with regard to competency, Mr. Parker?
None, Your Honor.
Mr. Nichols?
No, Your Honor.
Then at this time, based on that report, I am going to find Ms. Bailey not competent to stand trial, order that inpatient treatment for competency restoration be provided at the appropriate facility, and that at that facility for a period of not to exceed 120 days from the date Ms. Bailey gets there, and we will await to hear if she has been restored at the end of that 120 days. You can go back with the bailiff, ma'am.
120 days?
Well, they're going to send you to a hospital to get you some help to make sure you understand everything better. And so cooperate with everything they want you to do, and we'll get you back here and get your cases taken care of, okay?
So I'm going to the hospital, then back to jail?
Yes, ma'am.
120 days at the hospital?
Well, it depends if you do what they say at the hospital and follow all the instructions, medication, whatever it is, so that you have a better understanding of everything that's going on. Okay? I'm
This
sure.
hearing begins with one desperate man.
All right, are you
named
Victoria
Antoan Dill,
Bailey?
standing on the edge of losing
And
everything.
Ms. Bailey is
His
in
probation,
25
once his lifeline
DCCR
to rebuild his life,
0170
has
charged
become
with
the very
assault on a
chain
public
pulling him
servant.
back to prison.
And in 25
Missed reports,
DCCR
failed drug
0278
tests,
charged with
unpaid fees,
assault
the list
of
of
hospital
violations is long,
personnel.
and the patience of the court is short.
Ms.
His
Bailey
attorney
was
paints a picture of
evaluated
trauma,
for competency
addiction, and a
to stand
troubled
trial
past,
by Dr.
pleading that
Gapon.
rehabilitation
I
is
received
still
that
possible.
report dated April
But the
22nd of
prosecution and probation
2025.
office have hit a breaking point.
Dr. Gapon
They say every chance
makes
has
the
already been
finding
given.
in each of these cases
Dill
that Ms.
finally
Bailey
speaks,
is currently
voice shaking,
not competent
emotions
to
raw.
stand
He
trial
begs for
and that
mercy, describing
inpatient treatment for
homelessness,
competency
addiction, and a
restoration
new
is
desire to
warranted.
change.
Is there any other
But Judge
evidence with
Raquel West
regard
has heard this
to
speech
competency,
before.
Mr. Parker?
None,
She
Your Honor.
reminds him
Mr.
he has
Nichols?
already
No, Your
wasted
Honor.
3
Then
felony
at this time,
probation
based on that
opportunities.
report, I am going to find
With a
Ms.
heavy
Bailey
but
not
decisive
competent
tone,
to stand
she
trial.
revokes his probation and
Order
sentences
that
him to 5
inpatient
years.
treatment for competency
His future
restoration
changes in an instant, and the
be
courtroom moves on.
provided at the
Then
appropriate
comes
facility,
Boyan,
and
confused,
that
disoriented, struggling to understand even the
at that
basics of the
facility
plea
for a period of
agreement.
not to exceed 120
His
days from the
uncertainty
date Ms.
raises a
Bailey
chilling
gets
question.
there,
Is he
and we will
mentally
await
fit
to
to be
hear
judged at
if
all?
she has been restored at
The
the end of
judge
that
pauses his
120
case
days.
until
You can
doctors
go
can
back with the
evaluate
bailiff,
him.
ma'am.
120
Finally,
days?
Victoria
Well, they're going to
Bailey
send you to a
appears.
hospital to get you some help to
Diagnosed
make sure you
incompetent,
understand
she is
everything
ordered to
better.
a hospital,
And so
not for
cooperate with
punishment,
everything
but
they
to
want you to
restore her
do, and
ability
we'll get
to
you back
even
here and get
stand
your
trial.
cases taken care of, okay?
She fears being shuffled between jail and hospital, but the judge
So
assures
I'm
her
going
this
to the
help is
hospital, then back to
necessary.
jail?
Yes, ma'am.
3 defendants.
120 days at the
battles.
hospital?
Well, it depends if
3
you
lives altered under
do what
the
they
same
say at the
unforgiving
hospital
system.
and follow all the
This courtroom
instructions,
isn't just
medication,
law.
whatever
It's
it
the thin
is,
line
so that you
between
have a
hope
better
and despair,
understanding of
and
everything
not
that's
everyone
going on.
makes it across.
Okay?